Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy, who is Hendo. And we back talking sports. Paul Pierce with another crazy ass motherfucking take. So, Paul Pierce, I guess he is saying that he thinks James Harden changed the game more than Steph Curry. It says Steph Curry is often credited with changing the way basketball is played in the NBA. But Paul Pierce believes James Harden deserves more credit than Curry for his impact in changing the game. He pointed out that the influx of skilled players who get to the free throw line and make step back threes can be linked to Harden over Curry. But the flux of 3-pointers in the game has changed more than guys who get to the free throw line and make step back threes. Dudes have been doing the step back three shit, bro. So Cheyenne, basically he said James Harden changed the game more than Steph Curry. It reads, Steph Curry is often credited with changing the way basketball is played in the NBA, but Paul Pierce believes James Harden deserves more credit than Curry for his impact on changing the game. He pointed out that the influx of skilled players who get to the free throw line, make step back threes, can be linked to Harden over Curry. Quote, everybody talks. They say Curry is the reason we play. I think a lot of reason we play like this is James Harden. Step back threes, everybody going in their bag and getting to their threes. That's James Harden. That's not Curry. There's an argument to be made that James Harden has had a massive influence on the sport of basketball and how it's played. Harden's style of offensive onslaughts, which includes several three-pointers while getting to the free throw line as much as possible, has become very popular. Players like Luka Doncic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play a very similar style of basketball to Harden. Shai has a mid-range. Shai gets to the cup. Harden did not do any of that. He was shooting threes or he was getting to the cup, bro, getting fouled. However, to try and suggest that Harden has a bigger impact on the NBA than Steph Curry is ridiculous. Curry is credited for popularizing the three-point shot in the NBA and showing players, teams, and fans that playing a style that puts the emphasis on three-point shots can lead to a winning basketball, which is what the Boston Celtics did with top defense and top offense, shooting as many threes as they can. Steph Curry, he was not the first player to really go crazy from three. You had Reggie Miller, you had Ray Allen, you had Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, and other players like that. But when you combine all of that, the off the dribble threes, the off the dribble threes, the off the catch threes, the ISO threes, the half court threes. Teams wasn't trying to. Charles Barkley even said it. Jump shooting teams don't win championships. Golden State was really the first jump shooting team for real that won the championship. They were like the Phoenix Suns, but with defense. And I guess more shooters. But whereas far as great as Harden has been as a player, he hasn't experienced nearly the same kind of championship success that Curry has. Curry is a 4-time NBA champion and a former Finals MVP, whereas Harden has never won an NBA championship and hasn't even reached the NBA Finals since becoming an All-Star player after leaving the Thunder in 2012. Another argument in favor of Steph Curry over James Harden in the state of their careers at this point in time. Both players entered the NBA in 2009, with Harden being drafted third overall and Curry being drafted seventh. Despite this, Curry has sustained his level and is still one of the best players in the entire league, whereas James Harden has experienced a steady decline in his performance in the last few seasons. You can compare this when you look at their numbers from what many consider their best seasons to now. For example, 2015-16 Curry was named unanimous MVP, 30 points, 6.7 assists, 5.4 rebounds, 2.1 steals, 0.2 blocks. This season, Curry is averaging 23.9 points, 6.6 assists, 4.8 rebounds, 1.8 steals, and 0.6 blocks per game. While his scoring numbers have dropped, he has been consistent in every other statistical category and is still scoring at a high level. Whereas James Harden had his best season I don't think this James Harden best season. I think that 36-point season is his best, but 30.4 points per game, 8.8 assists, 5.4 rebounds, 1.8 steals, and 0.7 blocks per game. Whereas this season, he is averaging 20.7 points, 8.8 assists, 8.2 rebounds, 1.7 steals, and 0.8 blocks. Harden's scoring average has dropped almost 10 points, while his other stats have remained the same. There is no denying that both Harden and Curry are two of the most impactful players in the history of the game, but Curry's impact on the sport of basketball might go beyond any other player in modern era. What do I think about what Paul Pierce said? I think Paul Pierce, I understand what he was trying to say. Like, there is players out here that play like James Harden. Luka is the prime target. Luka with the free throw shit and everything, and his heliocentric dribbling the air out the ball style. SGA more so like the free throw shit. But SGA can play off of the ball. That's the difference between. That's why I wouldn't say SGA. With the free throw shit, yeah. But as far as like SGA has a mid range, SGA can get to the hole, lay the ball up, and is very athletic on the, you know what I'm saying, on the offensive end. He can get to the mid range. He can get to the cup. SGA also can score 30 and not have free throws. I didn't see him do that. And James Harden prime, bro. James Harden was not getting under 9, 10 free throws a game, bro. And he didn't have no mid-range like that, bro. But Luka and SGA with the free throw shit for sure. For sure. Joel Embiid is another one. Austin Reeves, that's another one. So I get what he's saying, but to say that James Harden's impact is greater than Steph Curry on this era is ridiculous. And who but Paul Pierce to say some ridiculous ass shit like that, bro? Like Paul Pierce, what was you thinking, bro? What were you thinking saying that, bro? Like, it's just like those folks back in the day, about 10 years ago. About those folks, I take James Harden over Steph Curry. It was crazy then, and it's even crazier now. I'm not saying he said he'd take Harden over Steph Curry, but for him to say that James Harden impact was bigger than Steph Curry, or he's the reason why they play how they play, it's not more players, it's actual teams that adapted what Steph Curry and the Warriors was doing, what Steph Curry did. It's players out there, the Damian Lillards, the Trey Youngs, the Tyrese Halliburtons, the players shooting from logos, LeBron James. I would say that Kevin Durant influence is more than James Harden. We got, number one, we got guys like Brandon Ingram. We got guys like Victor Wembanyama. We got guys like Chet Holmgren. We got all these slender guys who kind of wanted to play like KD on the offensive end. I would say KD game is more influential than James Harden. But this generation is 3-point centric, bro. Curry popularized the 3-point shot by winning. That's what it was. He showed that you can win this way. James Harden has not shown you can win that way, bro. And look what happened to Luka. Luka lost. You cannot win doing with James Harden's style of play. That's why I said SGA, he has a portion of it with the free throws, but SGA is a skilled scorer as well. James Harden was, but he was a 2-level scorer. James Harden get to the cup, he had no mid-range, bro. People try to act like they forget that. James Harden was not mid-range shooting, bro. He just wasn't. SGA is a porous 3-point shooter. He ain't really a great 3-point shooter like that. But he will take them if he open and he got it. I think it's people that adapted Harden style, but it's more individual players and actual teams that try to adapt to Curry style and the Golden State Warriors offense. You know what I'm saying? The jump shooting team, putting up more threes and twos. The Celtics did it. So that shows you Curry influence, bro. Come on, bro. Stop it. You got kids out here pulling up from half court. They don't even want to see dunks no more. They want to see half court threes. Get in your bag. Come on, bro. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, Paul Pierce? Cut it out, bro. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that join button. It's a pretty quiet night tonight. We only have one game. I'm gonna have a late upload tonight as I get off of work. Think about quitting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Paul Pierce was tripping. For sure. Paul Pierce was definitely tripping. So like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. I can't believe even like insinuated this. Like, this man literally said everybody talks. They say Curry is the reason we play. I think a lot of the reason we play like this is James Harden. Step back threes. Everybody's not hitting a step back three though. Some people just pulling up from half court. Some people just pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Shooting 8, 10, 12 threes a game, bro. Like, the emphasis on threes versus twos is really all because of Golden State, bro. Before Golden State, yeah, people liked the three and everything like that. Before Curry, people did like the three, but it wasn't up there with dunks and stuff like that. Like, they wasn't putting so much emphasis on it. They didn't think jump shooting teams could win a championship. They didn't think a guard could be the, you know what I'm saying? It hadn't been done like that. IT did it. I mean, not IT. Zeke did it, but it hadn't really been done. And because Curry created a dynasty with Draymond and Clay and Iggy and them, that's why it impacted the way the game is played, because it was aesthetically pleasing to a lot of people. Now it's just like everybody wants to shoot threes, and everybody's not able to shoot threes like a Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. Shit, even a Damian Lillard and shit like that. Everybody thinks they Steph Curry. That is the problem. It's too much of it now. When Golden State and them was doing it, they was doing it because they had the greatest shooting backcourt of all time. And they didn't just shoot threes. They had back cuts. They had a whole offense. Now it's just yakking up threes on the break. Nobody in the paint, yakking up threes. That's what it is now, bro. And you could blame Steph Curry for that. But, I mean, when you that great and you influence the game of basketball like that, that's why I will always argue that Steph Curry, next to Michael Jordan and Kobe, is the most influential player of all time. So many players are influenced by Curry and their game. Bron too, but I would say Curry with this generation a lot more. It's a lot more people trying to pattern their game after Curry or teams trying to follow what Curry and the Warriors did than LeBron, personally. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Is the truth right? Does James Harden have more influence on this game than Curry, or is he out his mind? We know the answer. Like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. I'm out, man. Peace.